On Honeymooners. This book has been shitting. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Savannah. If you've never been here before, why did I say Savannah like that? I honestly couldn't give you a good enough answer. So it is that time of the year again. It is the end of the month. That time of the year, we do this every month. That time of the month again. It's the end of June and we need to do a reading wrap up. We need to recap on all the books I read. I read 7 books this month. One of them I read on my Kindle, but I honestly don't know where my Kindle is. It's probably somewhere in my bed because I like to read on it at night. We got a lot to talk about here. We do have some 5-star reads and we do have some DNFs. So up first, When in Rome by Sarah Adams. This book is about a pop star who ends up running away from her life. She wants a break, so she runs away, meets a guy who owns a pie shop in the middle of a small town, and their love blossoms from there. I couldn't really tell you what the rest of this book is about because I pretty much got to the point where she went to the pie shop and was like looking around, and it was only like 100 and something-ish pages, but I had to DNF it, okay? I just wasn't about this book. It wasn't for me. I wasn't drawn in. The characters and me were not connecting on a level that I enjoy, if that makes sense. But that's what Sarah Adams writes. She writes very young stories where there's no spice, none of that. So it just wasn't for me. You know, I'm a spicy girl, so.
Hell yeah, she is.
I ended up DNFing this, and I will try to read another Sarah Adams book. I just heard a lot of people talking about this one, so I wanted to give it a shot. I tried. That's why I counted it for this month.
She DNF'd it though. She did not fuck with it.
That's not what DNF'd means. Up next, I read Twisted by Emily McIntyre. This is the Never After series that she has going on. They're dark romances, but they're retellings of your favorite Disney movies. So this one was of Aladdin and Jasmine. I fucking loved this. It was the perfect dark romance. I loved Jafar, and I just loved watching her fall for the villain. It was so good. It was so yummy, so spicy. There's one scene where Jafar is watching her bang somebody else, but you know, it is. He watches her bang somebody else. It was kind of hot. Anywho, Yasmin's dad is a jewelry seller and Jafar is her dad's right-hand man, so to speak, and Yasmin's dad is dying, so he wants to make sure Yasmin is good and set, that his company's good and set, so he wants her to marry somebody who is worthy of his diamond company, and Jafar's like, bitch, that's me. I'm your right-hand man. I know this company inside and out. Why are you not giving it to me? So Jafar makes this plan to take Jasmine and marry her so he can get the company, and then he's gonna Jasmine. But Jasmine is already in love with somebody else, a servant in her quarters, and as you know, it gets sticky from there. This book was a 4 stars for me. The spice was really, really yummy. I had a good time reading it. Such a good time. And I also really liked the story. I feel like it's not like a story that's gonna stick with me, but it was a story that I enjoyed. Therefore, it got 4 stars. And also, I always say this in every video where I talk about Emily McIntyre's books. Prayers to her because she has breast cancer and she's battling that right now, and I always want to preface that because fuck cancer. Nobody deserves that shit. Up next, I read On Honeymooners. This book has been shitting. Up next, I read On Honeymooners. This is about Olive Torres and what's his name? I can't even remember because this book just really didn't even stick with me. Ethan. Olive has a twin sister who's getting married to Dane's brother, Ethan's brother, Dane. At their wedding, everybody gets food poisoning except for Olive and Ethan for 2 separate reasons. If you read the book, you'll know. And Olive's sister can't refund the tickets to their honeymoon, so she convinces Olive and Ethan to go on the honeymoon, but Olive and Ethan cannot stand each other, but they have to pretend they love each other because they have to pretend to be Dane and the fuck is her sister's name? Amy. Olive and Amy. That's her sister's name. So Ethan and Olive have to pretend to be Amy and Dane. So there's a fake dating trope in this. It wasn't anything special, and there is a cheating trope in here a little bit ways in. It just didn't stick out to me. I liked the atmosphere this book created, but that was about it. I didn't really have any strong feelings towards Ethan and Olive. It's kind of a little bit of a miscommunication trope because they think they hate each other for a miscommunication reason. This book was a 3 stars for me. Honestly, would bump it down to a 2 because it just really, I'm struggling even explaining what it was about to y'all. And there really wasn't any spice in there. There was like some, like 1 or 2 scenes, but that was it. Now to talk about the filthiest book I read this month. One of the filthiest, I guess. The Nanny by Lana Ferguson. Oh my lord. Hang on, let me try to get this book. This book is a single dad trope. He hires her as a nanny, but what he doesn't know is back in the day he used to watch her on OnlyFans, and what she doesn't know is that was him watching her on OnlyFans. So that right there pulled me in. I was like, I need that book immediately. I need to know what the fuck happens. So she goes to work for him and ends up really liking her job, loves the kids she's working with, just really loves the family. She's having a great time. Then she realizes the dad, Aiden, he says something, and the way he says it makes her remember the guy's voice from the OnlyFans account, and she's like, oh my god, it's him. So she figures it out. So now she's trying to hide that she was the girl because she doesn't want to lose her job, lose working with the kid. This book was so dirty. It was so yummy. Like, I ate that shit up. It was so fucking good. The spice in it was good. The little girl in it was adorable. Like, I love this book. I thought it was so much fun. I gave it 4 stars. I just had a really, really, really good time. Aiden, it was just And there is a lot of stuff that goes on in this book. Like, towards the end, there's that third act breakup kind of thing that's kind of stupid. You know, it is what it is. I still had a fun time reading it. Up next, I have a little duet by my favorite author in the whole entire world, the Sinners and Saints duet. I believe that's what it's called. I might be wrong. Or Saints and Sinners duet. I don't know. So the first book is There Are No Saints by Sophia Lark. Oh my god. This book, I loved it so fucking much. Like, it was so much fun. Like, it was such a different book from anything else I've read. Like, dark romance wise, it is a dark romance. Look up your trigger warnings. Just always know that going into a dark romance. So you have Cole Blackwell, who's our main male character, and he is an artist. He's really well known. He's got money, and he's a serial unaliver. Yeah, that's what got me in here, because I was like, what? Well, and he has a rival named Alistair Shaw, and they are just always button heads in the art community and also in the serial unaliver community. I don't know why, but Alistair Shaw has like beef with Cole, and Cole is just like, fuck you, dude, you know? So Alistair kind of lures Cole into a trap with this girl named Mara, and she is a lower poverty struggling artist. Cole finds her like tied up and bound. Like, you see this right in the beginning of the book, and Cole just like walks by. Alistair fucked that girl up, like had her tied back, pierced her nipples, crazy stuff happened, okay? And Cole just leaves her there to die. He's like, peace out, I know Alistair did this to try to get me to lose my shit and kill you, but I'm not falling for it. So he ends up just walking over Mayra, and he can't stop thinking about her after that. So Cole obviously starts stalking her, like all good dark romances go, and he becomes obsessed with her. He just wants to know everything about her, and Mayra knows that Cole is a very dangerous human being, but she can't help herself. Like, she's intrigued, and oh my god, this book is just so fucking good. The spice in it, so yummy. As always, Sophia Lark always does it so fucking well. I gave this book 5 stars. I would say the spice is like a 3 stars, because it wasn't like, oh my god, hot, but it was like, oh my god, hot. Except, I guess there is this one scene where he straps her down on the table. If you've read the book, you know, and that song is playing. I love Cole Blackwell. Then you have the second book in that little duet. This one's called There Is No Devil by Sophia Lark. Oh my freaking god, I love this. I just love this duet so much. Like, I can't even tell you guys how much I fucking love this. I'm still thinking about them till this day. This one just goes more into Cole and Mara's relationship and how they are working together to get Alistair. Get him, I don't know, kill him, whatever. So Cole and Mara, their relationship is growing in this book. They're working together to trap Alistair, but Alistair is working to trap Cole with Mara. Like, there's just a whole lot of shit going down, and I don't want to say too much because this is a second book in this little duet, but oh my gosh, it was so good. I gave this one 5 stars as well. It was so much fun. The ending was so fast-paced. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, it was so much fun. I freaking love this series. Cole Blackwell will forever hold a special place in my freaking heart. I loved him so much. Then last but not least, I also read Minx by Sophia Lark. That book literally just came out. I believe it was June 20th. I might be wrong, but that's what I'm feeling in my chest. That's right. So Minx is about a girl who is an escort, and her name is Blake is an escort, and she's a high dollar escort, and she ends up running into Ramsey. Ramsey is a very rich, very well-known man. He is very powerful, and he is self-made. He's grown his company from the bottom, like from the ground up, and once he sees Blake, he's just like, I need her. He's obsessed, like all men in the books are. So he hires Blake for a night, and they get to play in a game called Minx, and he calls her his Minxy girl. Some stuff happens, and if you're gonna take any book from this video and you want spice that's gonna make your panties wet, I would 10 out of 10 recommend Minx, okay? That book was just filth. It was so good though. Like, I had so much fun reading it because they also heal each other from the trauma. If you watched my last video, I did a little reading vlog of me reading Minx, so you already know what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna go too deep into it. If you want me to go deeper into it, go look at the last video because I don't want to be repetitive over here. But I rated that book 5 stars. I would give The Spice 4 stars. I fucking love Ramsey, okay? As I do all billionaire men who will kill somebody for their woman. But yeah, that is all I read this month. I feel like I read so many more books than what I actually did. I don't know why, but that's just how it is. I'm starving, so I'm gonna go eat my dinner, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I can't wait to see what books I read in July. Stay tuned for my July TBR. My boyfriend's gonna pick it for me in that video. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to stay tuned to see more videos from me. Okay, have a great one. Love you so much. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye. I can't get up. Oh, my back.